Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zain, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. If you want to order any of my services, you can check the description box as well as the comment section for the link to both my email and the other link to book your own personal readings. I have 15-minute, 30-minute, or 1-hour sessions available. The 30-minute sessions have a special running for a limited time, so definitely go and check that out. If you would like to order any of my products, you can check my website. There you will find the Ancestors Money. So I have the Madam C.J. Walker, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Dr. Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X Ancestors Money available. I also have miniature altars. I have 6 different decks available for you to choose from. And I also have my newest product, which is the spiritual cleanse that allows you to cleanse your energy. It consists of all of the essential oils necessary to get rid of negative energy. I have sage, frankincense, myrrh, and Palo Santos all embottled in one body wash, which allows you to do your spiritual cleanse daily, okay? Because sometimes it's needed every single day, and spiritual baths can take, it could be a little time consuming. So definitely go on my website and check me out. Let's jump right in, y'all. So I'm going to start off with the Declare and Decree deck. Whatever comes out, you want to write it down on paper and burn it. Give thanks to the Most High and your spiritual team for helping you to clear your energy. Right now, I think I'm going to open up the window. We got a storm brewing. I'm hoping that it does come down. I love it when it storms hard, and the wind is blowing and it's lightning and thundering. Like it's power behind that energy for me. And I can just, I speak to the elements, of course, when that's happening, but I can feel the power behind it. It's either bringing in something great or it's bringing in destructive energy. And to me, it's always aligned, where it's great either way. Okay, destructive energy or bringing in something new. I love them both. Okay, so lots of wind blowing right now. It could strongly indicate that something is being rearranged or moved around on behalf of the chosen. And it could seem chaotic, but it's very necessary, very cleansing. So this says, all thoughts, conditioning, and indoctrination that does not serve my highest good is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. All thoughts, conditioning, and indoctrination that does not serve my highest good is now cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. You can write that down on paper and burn it, screenshot that. Okay, so let's jump right in, y'all. All right, so let's see, where is this message taking us? We'll start off with the Diary of a Spiritual Black Sheep deck. If you want to order this deck, you can get it off my website. What do you need to know at this time, chosen? So this says, you may now see that not everyone will support your vision and success. It's best to pursue your destiny in solitude if you find that most people in your life do not celebrate your achievements. Take inspired action to pursue your dreams, even if you have to do it alone, because prosperity will flow more freely in the absence of envious and deceptive energies in your life. Okay? Moving in solitude is actually a gift. Being able to do it and to still be able to find gratitude and happiness and peace and flourish in your creativity and your wealth, that is a gift. Of course, in, the unhealed state, a lot of times people would take that for granted and, feel lonely or isolated or sad or abandoned. And generally that's largely because there are certain wounds that have yet to have been healed, right? So, of course, solitude is a necessary part of the journey. Not the entire journey, obviously, but it's a necessary part of the journey because it allows you to sit with yourself, to really evaluate what's holding you back, who has been holding you back, what belief systems have been holding you back, and to give yourself permission to purge those things without fear of judgment by others. But then there also comes this time where you got to come out of hermit mode. And so you'll know if you have truly healed from that fear of judgment by others and those abandonment issues and all of those things once you get back, reacclimated with the world again. But usually by the time you come out of hermit mode, you have changed and transformed so much that you're not overly concerned about other people's opinions. You're more or less like, hey, take it or leave it. This is who I am. And that's when you know that solar plexus is most definitely in alignment, because you're courageous, you're bold with it, unapologetically, you know. So let's see. So thoughts. Okay, so it looks like you may be in someone's thoughts. Let's just get a couple of cards so we can see where this is headed. Let me clarify thoughts. I think you're in someone's thoughts here. Child. Concern. You know, it's interesting because I feel like you've matured so much. You see what I'm saying? It's almost giving this energy that this would have been you, of course, in your past, but this is you now, more mature. So it's like this energy where someone is concerned because you have changed so much. Like, this is a version of you that they're just not used to. The number 33 is here. So it's like you are in the state of mastery in some area of your life here. You have mastered something. Let me see. I want to clarify these cards. I'm going to use my IC Tarot deck. You can get this off of my website if you vibe with this deck. But someone is definitely thinking about you a lot. It's almost like, yeah, because this person has a painting. It's like they're really evaluating almost down to detail about who you are now versus who you used to be. This person really, really has you in their mind, in their head, even with the concern card. It's like they're concerned. Why the hell are they so concerned? But we're about to find out. Let's just see. So thoughts. Seven of Swords. That's interesting because the thoughts card is the number 16, which breaks down to a 7. So we have 7, 7. Somebody could be thinking of ways, because the 7 of Swords is deception. Okay? It's deception. It's dishonesty. It's being strategic. Let me get another one for thoughts. So I have the Tower and the Queen of Wands. The Tower is also the number 7. It is the number 16, which breaks down to the 7. So we have 7, 7, 7 with the Queen of Wands coming out, which is likely your energy. Bold, confidence, fierce, creative, okay, powerful. You know who you are, very courageous, very just, when you step into a room, people see you. They notice you. So 7, 7, 7, the number 7 deals with spirituality here, the Tower. Somebody is trying to find a way. I feel like they want to break down that bold energy. It's like they want to break you back down to that childlike state, fragile, codependent, trying to figure out how did you change so much? It's like they didn't see this coming. They didn't see this shift happening so rapidly. It's almost like they thought they had you down to a science, because this person literally painted a portrait, like a picture of you. Like they had this vision of who you are in their mind. But they are shocked to find out that that is not who you are today. Maybe in the past, this person was able to get away with taking from you, deceiving you, but they can't anymore. I need to clarify this Tower. What's the Tower? The 9 of Pentacles. Damn, y'all are really thriving out there. It's like it happened suddenly. They didn't see this coming. Out of nowhere, you just flourished. You just blossomed. Everything around you blossomed. And they don't understand, how did this happen? What changed within you? Let me clarify the Child. Let me see. What is the Child? I have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. I'm telling you, y'all have done a whole 180. This has people floored. The number 7 is really standing out in this message, y'all. I literally just cut the deck and I saw 7 of Wands, and then I also saw the 7 of Pentacles. So the number 7 is really strong in this reading here. So the child, let me see. Child is clarified by the 9 of Cups. That's interesting because child is the number 18, which breaks down to the 9. And then we have the 9 of Cups clarifying the child. You've grown. You know who you are. You're very confident. And then we also have 999 because we have the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and then the child card, which is the 18, breaking down to the 9. So we have 777, 999. If y'all are seeing any of these numbers, this message is definitely for you. Your wish fulfillment has come through. You know how to bring happiness to yourself. You don't look for anyone else to bring you this type of happiness anymore. This is something that you have brought for yourself by going within. 6 of Swords. Things are moving forward for you. Ace of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. That is the truth. Wow. You're flourishing here, Chosen. You're definitely flourishing. Things are shifting for you in a very great way. And I feel like that's why from this deck it spoke about the Diary of Spiritual Black Sheep. Being able to pursue your own destiny in solitude, because you might find that most people don't support you or celebrate your achievements here. Yeah, because it says prosperity will flow more freely in the absence of envious and deceptive people in your life. There's the deceptive people or deceptive person who was really trying to take from you here. And you have removed your energy from that person. Even if you're not aware of what this person was trying to do behind the scenes, somebody thought they was going to benefit from you. They really did. And they cannot believe how much you have changed. Like, this is a drastic transformation. And it has people concerned. Let's clarify concern. Why is this person so concerned here? Because they graying. They're literally aging rapidly as a result of seeing you go through this transformation, y'all. I'm telling you. They can't figure it out. Okay, in both cards, this person has their hand, on their chin, like, what happened? How did the Chosen change like this? Like, what shifted here? They can't figure it out. Let's clarify concern. What are they so concerned about? 6 of Cups. I'm telling you, somebody remembers you for who you used to be. Okay? This is why they're so concerned, because they're like, hold on. This person used to be timid, or this person used to be shy. This person used to deal with abandonment issues. This person was codependent. This person was a self-sabotager. Like, they had all of these narratives in their mind about who you were and who you was going to turn out to be. They're concerned. Let's see. King of Wands. Oh, they're concerned because look at this. This is a pair. You are in your power and you are attracting like-minded people. They're concerned that because you are so bold, because you are so confident and courageous, that you only can attract someone who is on the same level. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. This has people terrified of the type of connections that you will attract into your life here. Let me see. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Why are they so concerned? Look at that. The Magician. Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There goes the cockroach. Okay? Tower is right behind that. I'm telling y'all. Somebody, damn, what's... I feel that something is getting ready to shift. If you haven't seen this shift in your life already, it's getting ready to happen. And it's going to be one that cannot be missed, especially by those who are always very curious about what's happening in your personal life. It's a shift that's getting ready to take place that they will not miss. And it's getting ready to disrupt the foundation of who they thought you were. the type of connections that they thought you would attract into your life. It's like somebody, again, they felt like they had you down to a science here. They really did. They studied you. Okay, it's almost like I'm almost picking up that this person is borderline obsessed. Because why would they be painting a picture of you? Not saying that they're doing that literally, right? But maybe they're looking at photos or looking at, baby pictures. This has to be someone that's known you for a long time here. If they're not looking at photos, then they're definitely just evaluating who you used to be a long time ago. What was they trying to take from you with the Seven of Swords? I need more clarity about that. Seven of Swords. So I have the King of Cups. It flew out in the reverse. Let me see, because it came out so fast. Seven of Swords. What were they trying? Listen, y'all. Okay. The Six of Pentacles is also here. What's behind that? Page of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles in the reverse and the Page of Pentacles. That's something that's unfair. That's unequal, unbalanced. Now, Pentacles deals with tangible things, and it can also deal with money. It's almost like somebody wanted to always feel like they would have to guide you or to nurture you. It's something about children, unless they felt like you was just that unlearned, that codependent, even in your adult life. It's like I don't know. Six of Pentacles is in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles is in the reverse. Wow, this is all clarifying the Seven of Swords in terms of what they was trying to take from you. So it could very well deal with your inheritance, your wealth. Somebody thought that you would always be in this passive state where they could just take. Why? But that has come down, though. That foundation has been completely dismantled. Divine intervention kicked in and shut that mess down. Because the Tower is here twice, okay? The Tower is here twice. So whatever their plans were, it's been completely dismantled. Of course, the Tower is the number 7. 16 breaks down to the 7. So it's because of your spiritual insight. You've healed. They wanted to take from you, but they couldn't because the Nine of Pentacles came out in the upright. In terms of who you are today, you have a lot of nines here as well. 999, 777, a few sevens actually. So they're concerned. Wow. Because you stand out on your own. You stand alone. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything to try to fit in. You don't even want to fit in. Okay, you pave your own pathways here. And I feel like because you stand out so much, it's like, wow, you are the star. I feel like that's what it is. Like, if this is a family member that's known you, of course, since you was a child, they recognize that your ancestors have chosen you to represent the lineage. Like, literally, you have been crowned to represent and to receive the inheritance of your lineage. They know it. And it concerns them here. Why the hell does it concern? Because they can't take from you. Ace of Swords in a reverse because they don't understand. They're concerned about what they don't understand. Eight of Swords in the reverse. How did you free yourself? The Empress is in the reverse. Whoever this person is that's concerned, it could be a mother figure. It could even be a father figure with that concern card because there's a man there. But the Empress in the reverse can indicate that this could have been a very toxic mother figure who doesn't understand. How did you free yourself? How was you able to break free? Yeah, because they thought, see, the high priestess is in a reverse. Five of Cups is in a reverse. Five of Wands, damn. Five of Wands is in a reverse. Somebody was literally attacking you. It's like, it's almost like it was since childhood this person was trying to take from you. Let me see, what is this Empress in a reverse? Empress in a reverse. Something is standing out about this Empress in the reverse. I feel like you isolated yourself from whoever this person is. You completely removed your energy from this person, and they're very concerned because you've changed so much, and they don't understand why can't they manipulate you anymore, okay? King of Swords. Yeah, you definitely cut this person off. You went cold on them. King of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. You have a new opportunity that's coming towards you here as a result of cutting this person out of your life. It's almost like they never wanted you to get this opportunity. In some cases, I feel like this is divine feminine. I have to address this. I feel like this message could be directly connected to the divine feminine out there. And you could have had a mother figure, whether it was a stepmother, mother-in-law, adopted mother, foster mother, I don't know, your biological mother. What I'm picking up is that this mother figure was very unnurturing, right? She was very detached emotionally. Maybe even came off like she didn't care much about you in your childhood. That's why you have the children coming out so much here. This person is shocked at how much you have grown and developed without them. It's like their hopes was that you would always remain codependent on them. And I feel like in some cases your throat chakra might have been closed or blocked because of this mother figure. They might have shut you down a lot when you tried to speak your truth, or had you so intimidated by them that you had a hard time communicating. And now you are the total opposite, okay? You pave your own paths. You're confident. You're bold. You shine bright. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you dropped this person. You released them. The Emperor is in the reverse. Wow. Six of Swords. You moved on. And you know, I'm also picking up that this mother figure likely did not have a connection, like romantically. They were not able to secure a healthy relationship. And I feel in some cases they're shocked because they thought that you would always remain unclear about who you were, right? That you would never be able to discover your power, your creativity, your abilities as a leader. I feel like they hoped that that would be the case for you. Four of Pentacles, yeah, that you would always keep things close to your chest. You would keep those things that were most valuable and precious about you hidden. It's almost like they felt like they owned you. They possessed you in some way here. King of Wands, but you're very confident, very bold. You're attracting someone into your life that matches your energy, okay? The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse. The Moon. I don't think this person likes being in the dark about what's going on with you. They don't like not knowing your every move. It's like the more you withdraw from whoever this Empress in the reverse is, the more you align with your destiny, the more you align with divine unions and your creativity and your wealth, and everything begins to flow to you as a result of releasing this person. So they're concerned about that. You are on their mind. Yeah, you've changed a lot. I'm telling you. Some of y'all packed your bags and left and never looked back. Okay? And there's another number 9. This is the number 9 is the Hermit. It's all about independence. Okay? Going into solitude. Going within in order to go through that massive transformation. But it's about independence. Like, I feel like you've changed so much. You left and you never looked back. In some cases, this is future energy for those of you out there. You may be discovering that there's someone around you who you just don't, their energy doesn't sit well with you. And They've always tried to belittle you or keep you in this childlike passive state, wanting to control you. Message of concern. I'm telling you, somebody is concerned. Look at that. Thief. That's the same thing as the Seven of Swords. They're concerned because they can't take from you. Because you've changed and you're moving on. Let me get something for this thief. Somebody strongly benefited from you not knowing your power. Look at that. Great fortune. That's what's clarifying thief. Great fortune. They know that you are destined for greatness and to have a lot of wealth in your life. How do they know this? Let me see something here. And why the hell did they think they was going to be able to take it is really the question. How did this person know that you were destined for greatness? The Strength card. They know the power that you possess here. Queen of Swords. Five of Cups in a reverse. And the Page of Wands. You might have been very creative when you were a child. Like this person could have known that you just had a natural ability to just take anything and to turn it into a masterpiece. Like they might have watched you. Let's just say you were into art. You was great at that. If you was into music, you was great at that. If you were into, certain academics and, reading, writing, poetry, songs, like whatever you did, you was great at it. So they knew it was something very different about you where you were likely to be very accomplished. And it's like they never wanted you to discover that about yourself. It's like they held it. They withheld that information from you. So let's just say, because for a lot of chosen seed, it's pretty interesting. I find that it's a common theme that a lot of the chosen seed don't remember a lot of the details about their childhood. And that could very well be a protective measure in order to, not have to relive certain traumas that you've gone through. But I feel like this person studied you when you were a child, especially. And they knew that you were very, very gifted. I'm just curious to know why they thought they was going to be able to benefit off of your gifts. Let me see. I'm going to shuffle the cards and see what comes through for that. But you were very creative. Why did they think they was going to be able to take your great fortune? Unless it could be that they thought that you would always be passive and submissive to them, so that even if you did turn out to be great, that they would somehow benefit off of your wealth. Okay, but let me just see. 9 of Cups. Why did they think, oh, it was just their ego? The Empress. 2 of Wands. The Strength card. The Empress in the reverse thought that it's almost like she thought she could fool you into thinking that she was the Empress in the upright, even though you remember. If you don't remember nothing else, you remember this person was not nurturing. You remember that they did not really support you like that. You remember. And I feel like this person thought that as you got older, when you became successful, it's almost like they thought you would shower them, like you would be at their beck and call. This person was nothing but a okay. Queen of Swords in the reverse. This person was very, very wicked, evil, resentful, bitter. You ain't gonna forget that. Who's gonna forget that? The devil. It's in a reverse though, so you definitely knew you had to release this person. They thought they was going to be able to benefit from your success because they knew you was destined for greatness. Somebody knew that you was destined for greatness since you were a child. They didn't want you to know your power though. They would have been okay with you having a certain level of success as long as they could benefit from it. But I feel like from behind the scenes, when you withdrew your energy from this person, they could have been sending negative energy your way in hopes that you would not be able to achieve particular things in your life, your love life, your finances, your creativity, your growth. This person was behind the scenes definitely hoping. So now, even when we go back to the declare and decree card, the declaration, all thoughts, conditioning, and indoctrination that does not serve my highest good is now destroyed. Thoughts, conditioning, and indoctrination. This person they would have played a large role in the thoughts, the conditioning, and indoctrination because they was around you as a child. But you've cleared that out. You're not functioning based on what you were taught by this person. You've paved your own path. You have discovered. That's why the number 7 is here so many times, and the number 9. The 7 and the 9 life path numbers are the very highly spiritual, highly intuitive, very spiritually gifted. Okay? So it only makes sense. Not saying that that has to be your life path per se. It could be. But consider the 7s and the 9s deal with spiritual pathways. Okay? Quite often they're drawn to do spiritual. Their calling deals with spiritual things. I'm a number 7, so I know that. But I feel like it's because of your spiritual path and the knowledge that you begin to acquire in your solitude, in your isolation from this particular person. It transformed you in ways that they did not see coming. Like, you shine so bright. And they're like, who is this? So let me read this again. You may now see that not everyone will support your vision and success. It's best to pursue your destiny in solitude if you find that most people in your life do not celebrate your achievements. Take inspired action to pursue your dreams, even if you have to do it alone, because prosperity will flow more freely in the absence of envious and deceptive energies in your life. This person really wasn't, even if you would have kept this person in your life, they would not have celebrated your achievements. You might have noticed that back then, way before you got to where you are today. This person never really celebrated you. They only wanted to benefit from you. And in some cases, they only wanted to be able to brag about your achievements and try to take credit for it as if they encouraged you, as if, oh, it was because of how they raised you. No. The reason why you ended up being successful is because you removed your energy from that person. Because your spiritual team would have protected you so much that they would not allow you to reach a certain level of accomplishment while you were still attached to that particular person. Okay? Judgment. That's the truth. Your spiritual team would have called judgment. Your angels would have called judgment. Okay? Like, no, we need you to wake up. The Lovers is here to align you with people that you were destined to have in your life. That person right there, that Empress in a reverse, was not destined to be in your energy, nor was the Emperor in your Emperor in a reverse. For some of you, this is a mother figure and a father figure. Okay, or either or. Depends on who you are. They was not meant to be in your energy, and the moon is in a reverse. You see that. You know it to be true because you were destined to have great fortune in your life, and staying connected to these false relationships would have kept them blocked. But you have manifested a brand new beginning in your life that's going to bring you an overflow of abundance. And these beings are very, very concerned about it. They are losing sleep thinking about you. Okay, thinking about who you have become, trying to analyze, like, who is this person? How did they transform so much? How come I didn't see this coming here? They could even be watching you online. Okay? This is how they might know how successful you are. Very frowned up, very bitter at what they're seeing here because they can't take credit for it. They thought you would always be in this passive state. Them days are done. You know your power. You know your strength. You will not be passive in the presence of these fools. I don't care who they are. They're karmic. Let me see. You have people out here shocked. You have people out here shocked. Man, masculine energy, fishing pole, self-reliance, exploration, accomplishment, self-improvement, capable, autonomy. Yeah, you in a lane of your own, chosen, and that's the number 9. Mother load. You've hit the jackpot. This is talking about prosperity. Wow, right behind that I have the rabbits. A sudden increase. You might be seeing rabbits. A sudden increase. Resourceful, fertile, multiply, new beginnings, having plenty, sudden wealth, accomplishment, fortune, jackpot, success. Yeah, they didn't see this coming. Empty nest, because you had to leave the nest first. You had to leave the nest first. Moving on. No one home. Vacant. Separation. Making adjustments. You did that. You had to leave the nest. And it's something, you might have been at a crossroads at one point here. You might have been at a crossroads. Uncertain. Okay? That's beautiful. Thank you, baby. Uncertain about where things was taking you, but you realized that your spiritual team was setting you up, bridging the gap here. This is all about collaboration, communication, uniting, overcoming barriers. Like you did that. Okay? It may have been scary to leave the nest and to leave behind certain relationships, especially ones that deals with like parents. But I don't really, in some cases, you never really saw this person as being a parental figure to you. I mean, this message is not going to be for everybody. Okay? So please, take it only if it resonates. This is speaking on alchemy, concoction, breaking things down, making something else, spell work. Let me clarify that. What is that all about? Man comes out again. Interesting. That's interesting. Because it's here twice. What about this man? Oh, you're attracting someone into your life. This is what is giving. You're attracting someone into your life because this says a person you know, boyfriend, fiance, spouse, love interest, masculine energy. The work that you have done on yourself with these, breaking things down, alchemizing, transmuting energy, becoming this totally different version, has literally allowed you to attract a very powerful divine masculine into your life here. Somebody, they don't want to accept it here. This is victim mentality, confusion, resist clarity, narrow focus, out of touch, oblivious. Somebody is in denial here. They don't want to see it. They don't want to accept it. They never wanted you to have this home, this structure. This says happy home, security, kindness, family, legacy, longevity. This is your inheritance here that somebody didn't want. Why the hell? Let me see why they never wanted you to have this, especially when it comes to your love life, divine feminine. I definitely feel like this is a message for the divine feminine. This is no shade to the masculines out there, because it can still be beneficial to you, because if you are that divine masculine, it's showing up that your divine feminine is coming towards you now that she has released a relationship, or will be releasing a relationship that she was bound to since childhood. Literally, a very toxic mother or father figure is being released, and it's aligning her with you. So it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be watching this. It just means that it's catered to your divine feminine. So this says key. Oh, my question was, why didn't they want to see you have this? So it says key, solutions, insight, genius, breakout, liberty. See, I'm telling you, it liberated you. They never wanted to see you move ahead, because they understood that it would give you the key to open up doors that they was not able to access. These are doors that was permanently shut on them. Whoever this mother figure or this father figure is, it was permanently shut on them because of their wicked intentions towards you, chosen. The wheel of karma. Okay? This is the wheel of karma. Wow. Inevitable, cause and effect, divine intervention, consequence, blind justice, divine will. They couldn't stop it. It was destined for you to release yourself from that person, because I feel like they tried to cage you in. They wanted you to be stuck, so that if you was constantly stuck to them in this passive position, even if you did meet a certain level of success, they was hoping you would never come into union with anybody, to have that happy home and to use that wealth to build your home, something that they was never able to acquire. Not talking about like a physical building to live in. I'm talking about home, where the heart is, a divine union, something that was stable with longevity. They was never able to establish that. And they knew that by you separating from them, you would be able to get all of that and more. Corset. Held together, boundaries, prim and proper, following rules, perfect posture, people pleaser. That's what they was hoping you would remain. People pleasing. But you rose above that. It says rise above ability, skill, third eye, higher self, far-reaching vision. You was not going to let this person keep you confined and restricted, not being able to fully express who you are authentically, because you would have been overly concerned about what they thought, what they had conditioned you and indoctrinated you to believe. No more of that. Okay? You have the right to happiness. That is that's your birthright, right? That's your inheritance, especially when you do the work to heal. So this is the key. Boldness, destination, the cutting edge, true grit, navigating uncharted territory, unflappable courage. That's what this journey would require in order for you to obtain this key that would open up doors to attract your divine masculine as well as a boatload of wealth into your life. You would have to cut the cords with that karmic mother or that karmic father. Yep. Let me take one last card. Happening soon. Some of y'all are getting ready to take this pathway very soon. This situation or event in question will develop or unfold very soon. This is the key. So if you've been sitting back wondering, well, why isn't certain things shifting in my life? This is your message right here. Especially if you've been seeing 777, 999, and another synchronicity, I got a lot of 10. So for me, that's 1010, 111, 1111. But let's jump in. I want to get a message from my book before I close out. So I'm going to just take a card to see what number my spiritual team wants me to turn to. This is my book called Guided Light. It's a book full of channeled messages. It's not meant to be read from front to back. It's meant for you to open it, turn to the back of the book. There's 56 random messages in the book, in the back, of course, where you can gain clarity. I think they want me to read chapter 7. That's what I'm hearing them tell me right now. Where you can gain clarity about particular things, So I'm going to turn to chapter 7 because we saw 777 so much. So let's see, chapter 7. Wow, so this is entitled Breaking Free from the Devil. Okay? Breaking free from the devil. Stay quiet and safeguard your energy, as someone may try to disrupt your peace. This person can be confrontational. Wait a minute. This person who can be confrontational may seek to reopen old wounds. They are feeling threatened because they realize their role in your life is coming to an end. As you move into a new chapter, they may attempt to create chaos to derail you from your path. However, they are unaware that they cannot prevent what is divinely meant for you. Stand firm, speak your truth with integrity, and if needed, limit your interactions or block them entirely. Their goal is to keep you trapped in the pain they caused in the past. And they are now employing tactics to evoke those old emotions. Don't let your guard down with this individual. If you have already done so, it's time to reinforce your boundaries and protect your energy. Okay? That was a very clear message. That's my message for you all. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to y'all next time.